G'day guys and gal. In Warhammer 40k, nobody hates demons more than demons. Demons of opposing chaos gods will fight each other just as much as they will fight the Imperium, with many Imperial victories only coming about because chaos couldn't keep their shit together long enough to achieve victory. But the legend of the Daemon King Yssarile takes us a step further. This demon got so full of himself and his ambition for power got so great that he attempted to take on the chaos gods themselves. And to be honest, he actually gave it a pretty good crack. The lore about the Daemon King is really unique and interesting, having massive implications for the setting as a whole and the true nature of chaos, and I think that is worth talking about. Before we get started, I'm a huge fan of all the brands I partner with for this channel. It's a prerequisite for me working with them. Out of all of these, Geology stands above the rest. Geology provides affordable and effective skincare and hygiene products, with men specifically in mind. This is because us dudes generally don't know what to do with our skin or how to protect it. I bet a lot of you don't know that your oily, pimply, dry or discolored skin can easily be treated or cured by a skincare routine, in this case, Geology. All you need to do is fill out a quick survey and Geology will send you a custom skincare routine to your door, specialized to your needs. For me, I don't have much issues with acne, however the Australian sun is an absolute terrorist and I do sometimes get quite oily, so my routine reflects that and I can honestly tell a massive difference from when I started to now. Geology has gone beyond skincare though. They also have a range of really nice smelling deodorants, shampoos and body washes, with an emphasis on natural ingredients. People say that personal hygiene is one of the most important things they look for when determining friendships or even partnerships, so definitely don't sleep on this one. Another awesome thing about Geology is that by using my link, QR code or code Majorkill70, you'll get a massive 70% off your first skincare package, as well as an additional 30% off a product of your choice. Cheers to Geology for sponsoring this video. Today we'll go over the lore of the Daemon King, discussing his rebellion against the Chaos Gods, what happened there, and what lore implications his existence creates, before detailing how he continues to affect the current setting. Also, once again, shout out to Alex Christie for the commission thumbnail art. Knocked it out of the park once again. Full res version is free on my Patreon. Let's get into it. To understand the gravity of a rebellious demon, you need to first understand why demons never actually rebel against the Chaos Gods. 99.9999999% of demons are either shards of one of the Chaos Gods, hence are very much controlled by them, or were empowered by one of the Chaos Gods, also very much controlled by them. If a demon tries to rebel, like when Skarbrand had the bright idea of sucker punching Khorne, that Chaos God will fuck them up pretty bad. For Skarbrand, it was getting hit so hard he literally flew across time and space, and he cannot heal from the wounds. But for many others, the Chaos Gods will just reabsorb them. Titsnitch just makes them super crazy for a laugh. If it's a demon prince or someone blessed by that Chaos God, they can just make them a chaos spawn at will, or imprison them, or remove their power, and so on. Moral of the story is that joining chaos ensures you will never be free. The only realistic way to actually rebel against chaos is to become a demon prince of chaos undivided, where all of the Chaos Gods empower you, and due to them also not wanting the other Chaos Gods to get an advantage, they give you a level of autonomy. This is very rare, however, with Be'lakor being the most well-known example. And yes, Be'lakor has tried at times to get a bit rebellious and it never ends well for him. Horus also had a fair bit of freedom of will as the chosen avatar of Chaos Undivided, but when he dispelled his chaotic power, Chaos punished him by not letting him get it back in time to save him from the Emperor. So it's clear that even Chaos Undivided can't just go to war with the Chaos Gods. The only demons that could be would be the demons of Malice, the Chaos God of destroying chaos, but he's so weak sauce right now that they don't even have a chance. No, the Daemon King was none of these things, and I've been keeping something from you. I'm just a little silly slut like that sometimes. The only Chaos God he actually tried to usurp was Titsnitch. The war against the Chaos God of Change took place billions of years ago, even before the Elder were around, which opens another can of worms due to timeline stuff, but we can get more into that later. So there was only Khorne, Titsnitch and Nurgle. So did Khorne and Nurgle empower one of their demons to try take out Titsnitch? No siree, it was actually a demon of Titsnitch, most likely a demon prince, as they have generally more free will as they were immortal turned into a demon and not just the cum stain of a chaos god. Wait a minute, Majorkill, you said that demon princes couldn't rebel. Why you fucking lie to us? Because lying is funny. In seriousness, a demon prince shouldn't be able to rebel, which makes the story of the Daemon King so interesting. Now, as the lore of the Daemon King isn't super specific and it's mentioned more as an ancient legend from one of the novels rather than as fact from a codex or some shit, we will need to do some theory crafting based on what we are given. We know that the war between Titsnitch and the Daemon King happened billions of years ago and apparently lasted for 1 billion years, which is kind of retarded. Like what? Dan Abnett getting a bit excited with these numbers there, I reckon, but let's roll with it. That means the Daemon King would have had to have been extremely powerful, or perhaps Titsnitch was quite weak at the time due to the galaxy being underdeveloped, so not having many souls or schemes. After all, the Old Ones and the Eldar gods were the kings of the warp at this point. It also means neither Nurgle nor Khorne would have intervened to help their brother Titsnitch. More than likely, they would have actually helped the Daemon King, Yssarile. I believe that Titsnitch would have given Yssarile a lot of freedom as he would have been a favoured servant, but Yssarile's ambition grew too much, so he devised a way to keep or even grow his power, yet also become free of Titsnitch's control. To that end, perhaps he made a bargain with Nurgle and Khorne, or perhaps he did it himself, but regardless, he succeeded. The Daemon King was also famous for his chariot, or barok, I honestly don't know how to pronounce that word, which was like a massive ship or vessel. Perhaps it was this chariot that evened the odds and gave Yssarile a chance. The chariot was probably made in the Forge of Souls, a section of the warp that the Chaos Gods aren't allowed to control but must bargain with, so maybe Yssarile got them on board to arm his rebellion. So with an inexperienced Titsnitch, a superpowered demon prince with a super chariot and the support of the other Chaos Gods, you can probably see why this conflict lasted a billion years. The Daemon King was so close to apotheosis to become his own Chaos God that he actually had his own demons. So what actually happened? Well, we aren't given the details, but it kind of goes how you would expect. Titsnitch outright kills Yssarile, not banished or enslaved, killed. The dude literally had a leftover corpse. The demon survivors of the war took Yssarile's body into the material universe, away from Titsnitch, and buried him in a massive mausoleum alongside his trusty chariot. There, they then created a demon empire that spanned half a dozen worlds surrounding his mausoleum world, which itself was called the Ghoul. It's unclear how the demons were able to materialize for so long, but more than likely the Daemon King's corpse provided a warp source they could cling onto. The world of Ghoul itself was four-dimensional. If you didn't understand it, it would appear as rows and rows of massive tall trenches, but if you did, you could pass through the solid trench walls like they were nothing. After a fair while, the Daemon King's empire collapsed and his demons were killed, scattered or banished, leaving the worlds intact but empty. So that is the history of the Daemon King, but how has he continued to affect the setting to this day? Well, on one hand, Titsnitch being a massive fucking asshole could be partially explained by this, like the dude sucks, but on a more tangible note, a super heretic called Pontius Glor found out about the Daemon King, but more importantly, his chariot, so he went off to go try retrieve it. Inquisitor Eisenhorn, a longtime enemy and hunter of the Glor family, went to go try and intercept him, using the help of an Eldar strike team who foresaw that if Glor got his hands on the chariot, there would be no more future. Heavy shit, man. Now, before I go into detail what happened there, I want to shout out Pontius Glor for being the best antagonist in the entire Eisenhorn series. Eisenhorn once said that if it wasn't for Glor being a heretic, they would probably be friends, as Glor was very intelligent and charismatic. However, Glor waged a horrific campaign against Eisenhorn, killing most of his friends and framing him as a heretic himself, so shit got super personal. Glor was able to use the fourth dimension of Ghoul to repeatedly ambush Eisenhorn's retinue and the Eldar, but the stubborn Inquisitor pushed on and eventually faced off against Glor. Eisenhorn is a master swordsman and a skilled psyker, but Glor was a fucking monster. His body had been remade with mechanical purity and had a cape of blades. He sliced the shit out of Eisenhorn and was on the verge of victory. All he needed to do was kill him and take his book, the book that would unlock the chariot and make Glor a god. So Eisenhorn pulled a pro gamer move and began ripping pages from the book. Glor lost his composure and freaked, which created the opening Eisenhorn needed to stab him through the head, killing him once and for all. As for the planet of Ghoul and the chariot, the world was exterminatus, destroying the chariot and mausoleum in the process, truly ending the tale of the Daemon King and burying his legacy for all time. The concept of Daemon Kings is pretty cool within 40k, and you could even argue that there are a few other similar types of beings, demons who were created not by the Chaos Gods, but due to other factors. Draknian, the demon born of humanity's first cold-blooded murder, was almost powerful enough to kill the Emperor. The Black Blade of Antway was strong enough to enslave entire systems, Be'lakor doing all his Be'lakor shit, and Sar Ra'am, previously a Khornite demon but has gained independence, so probably the most like Yssarile. I would definitely love to see a bit more Daemon King action, since ironically, Chaos seems to be the most stable and ordered thing in the entire setting at the moment. A few rogue demons going around here and there fucking up the Chaos Gods' plans would be highly entertaining. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon is the place to be, where we have live action nude cosplays, a boatload of Battle Mace 40 million hentai, and a catalogue of Warhammer 40k fan arts, like the one made for this video. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more kingly content. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.